This week, MCHS covers our annual homecoming parade.
Pride Camp comes to freshman campus.
We detail Upper Campus Preschool Lab program.
Boys soccer debuts a new head coach this season. And all of that and more on
the Warrior Weekly. Good morning, Warriors, and welcome to this year's third edition of the Warrior Weekly, presented by Warrior Student Media. I'm Haley Downing.
And I'm Bree Duran. This week we highlight our homecoming parade, Pride Camp, Preschool Lab, Boys Soccer, and Erica Borgren.
But first, MCHS kicks off their homecoming week with their homecoming parade. Warrior Student Media further covered the story.
As we rolled into the homecoming week, MCHS started off with the homecoming parade. Sports and clubs came together to decorate their floats. Warrior Student Media interviewed Dr. Prickett to learn how the parade is important to the school spirit and community.
I think it's important really because it is a point of pride for the community. I mean, it kicks off homecoming week really. On the Sunday before homecoming week, we always try to find a great place to put the parade, and 2 years ago we finally landed on the Sunday before. And I think it's a really great place for the parade because it kicks off the week of celebration for us.
Senior Faith Riley explains how she's watched everyone come together over the last 4 years.
Since freshman year, I've seen it change quite a bit in terms of attendance, in terms of school spirit. Just a lot more people now show up and actually try to have fun at the homecoming parade, which is what it should always be about.
She elaborated how this will benefit her in the future.
I've definitely learned how to have more school spirit and how to have more confidence for sure, because going out freshman year, I know I was a little bit shy, I was a little bit timid, and now going out senior year, we all have a fun time. We all have so much fun when we're dancing around and stuff and when we're playing the tunes, so it's a lot of fun.
As the homecoming parade wraps up, it's just a start for the homecoming week. Students can look forward to the homecoming dance on Saturday, October 12th. See you there, Warriors. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly, we are Bree Duran, Daniel Avila, Haley Downing, and Tate Barteles.
Next, for the past 21 years, Pride Camp has been a huge success for the incoming freshmen. Warrior Student Media elaborate on this story.
MCH seniors hosted their annual Pride Camp festivities last week, which introduced freshmen to the culture of McHenry and a week of growth and team bonding.
Yeah, so Pride Camp is a tradition we've done at McHenry High School for 20 plus years, where the freshmen go to an outdoor camp, and the purpose of the camp is for them to come together, to feel connected to the school. What we see from our senior leaders is their opportunity to connect with the freshmen at a deeper level. It's a good opportunity for the freshmen to learn from the seniors and from our seniors to develop their leadership abilities. So to me, I find it to be a great experience.
Social science teacher Mr. Sterner and senior Kate Mines share their experiences in preparing for Pride Camp.
There's a lot of logistics that goes along with it. Mr. Eiserman, who's the freshman campus principal, he has to do a lot of the logistics as well. And then for us, just knowing when the students are going to be gone throughout the week. We do a Pride Camp training with just the seniors on the Friday before Pride Camp. So there's a lot to it, but it's 100% worth it. The feedback we've gotten has been positive. Now, it's not always going to go perfect, and we know that. Our senior leaders are they're passionate, they work hard, they genuinely care about the freshmen, and for the most part, we've heard that the freshmen have responded really well as well. So it's been a good experience for everybody.
So we were just kind of we had gone through a training to be able to give the freshmen the best experience possible. It was a little difficult at first because when you're in charge of 18, 20, however many freshmen you have, it's hard to group them together, but once you get it going, I felt like it went really well. I felt like it was very inclusive. I felt that the freshmen and my leaders, we all were able to come together. We saw many different personalities of our freshmen come out and many different personalities from our leaders come out, which I did not expect. But I felt like it really grouped us together. There were a few kids that needed help with wheelchairs and stuff, so maybe making it a little bit more accessible. I know they had different accommodations, but maybe making it a little bit of an easier experience for them so it can be all inclusive.
If you're interested in helping out for Pride Camp next year, be sure to talk to Mr. Sterner for more information. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly, we are Elliot Raymond, Billy Deneke, and Garrett Callahan. Have a great week, Warriors.
Next, we talk about how much MCHS preschool labs have prepared students for the early education careers.
As the preschool program here at MCHS wraps up their first few weeks of preschool, students and head teacher of the program, Mrs. Ferris, talk with us about how they prepare for the class and share ways this program assists future teachers.
So we've implemented different things into our program throughout the years. We've changed some of our scheduling just as new and upcoming things are changing within early childhood education. We've also implemented an early childhood education credential for my high school students. They're here for second and third hour, and then they're also another group in the afternoon for 6th and 7th period. So this class shows them what it's like to be a preschool teacher, what it's like to work with preschool students. So they learn all about growth and development, and they also get an early childhood education credential, which prepares them then for going into early childhood education as a career.
Although the class has its challenges, students find it worthwhile to take in order to receive a one-of-a-kind experience that not many schools offer.
I'd say the most challenging is making lesson plans every week. We have to have that in by say we have preschool on Tuesday, and if we have a lesson plan, we have to do it by Monday. So we give 1 day to do the lesson plan, and that's a little challenging. But the best part is just being with the kids every day, actually being able to teach them and just being with them.
Students taking the class get valuable hands-on training that gives insight on what an education career path may look like.
I chose to take preschool lab because I want to become a teacher, even though I don't want to become an early and elementary teacher. And I think it's still important to learn how kids grow and to actually watch them instead of just taking child development and you're learning about it. On the days that the preschoolers aren't there, we do a lot of our lesson plans, kind of get the classroom ready, clean it up after the preschool days. Sometimes it gets a little messy. So yeah, that's really what we kind of do, just create the lesson plans.
If you are interested in becoming a teacher, talk to your counselor about taking preschool lab next year. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly were Angela Hernandez, Travis Kokinos, Kevin Hibbs, and Quinn Fitzgerald.
Next, boys soccer highlights the new incoming head coach. MCHS students dives into the story more.
I think we can be involved in any game the rest of the season. We're going to be able to be competitive in any team that we play, no matter who they are, whether it's in our conference or in the playoffs. I'm looking forward to that a lot. Boys have been playing really hard, been playing really well, get some good results this season. So it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. Just trying to be able to talk to them a little bit each day about what's going on in their lives, whether it's at school, personal life, or if they have a job, or going to looking at colleges, whatever the case is, but just trying to make those connections with the players. Just trying to keep them on their toes with doing different things in practice, not always doing the same types of things. Also trying to always point out things that we can work on and improve on, keep their attention.
Along with Coach Bronars trying to push his team to compete in a highly competitive scene, he is also trying to connect with his players on a more personal level.
It's a lot more positive. Coaching's better. A lot more positive in our practices. A lot more strategy in the games. He's great at communicating with all the players about games, practices. He always makes a personal connection with players.
With the coaches and students willing to connect and work together well, it looks like the boys' varsity soccer team will have a bright future ahead of them. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly, we are Ryan Tedman, Devin Colazzo, and Christine Duckworth.
If you're interested in any of our journalism classes, be sure to talk to your counselor about signing up for the spring semester, or be sure to email Mr. Albert to join our amazing broadcast club.
That's all for today's show. Be sure to follow the Warrior Weekly on all social media platforms, including X, Insta, and TikTok.
For Haley Downing and all Warrior Student Media, I'm Bree Duran. Have a great week, Warriors.